Welcome to Couch Talk. Today on the show, you'll meet this incredibly inspirational woman whose ability to bring people together has created a vibrant art community here in Montreal.
Hi, my name is Corinne Asraf, founder of Gallery 203. I love art and I am passionate about getting things done.
Corinne, owner of Gallery 203. Thank you so much for being on the couch, being on our couch. We're sharing it now. We're sharing the couch.
A beautiful couch.
It's so funny because the first time that we filmed Couch Talk was also here, and you were always so supportive. So I'm excited to now have you on the couch. You were the first believer of this show.
Yes, well, look who I'm talking to. Cindy, you know how I feel about you, and I'm just going to tell the people out there of who I'm speaking to. Urban, Cindy, we're friends from way back, and when you told me about your project, about talking about women out there and what they represent and everything, I was all for it. I was all for it because there's a lot of people that work out there, a lot of women that work out there and that are not heard. You know, they think they're not appreciated or whatnot, but they do so good. They do so much good about what they do in their fields and everything, and you know what? They should be heard.
Right, definitely. And you're so good with connecting with people. I feel like in every role that you've had, you always were very hands-on, very customer service oriented, very much of a people person. So can you tell me a little bit about your early beginnings in your career?
Oh my God, my early beginnings. Well, the thing is about knowing a lot of people is that I remember very well. So if somebody happens to tell me, oh my God, I need a plumber, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I say, just hold on a second.
I know a guy.
And I know a guy, and I wake them up, and I get them the job. And you know what? They never say no because a plumber doesn't say no, right? So
is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just you know, it's who you know, and trying to keep them in your little bank of memories, and trying to connect them. It's all about networking. And you know what? I think I'm a natural networker. I have been a networker for, you know, like in the business sense, in the personal sense of always being out there to help people. And if I know somebody who needs somebody else, I'm not thinking of it as a business transaction. I'm saying, you know what, you two need to connect. So that's my strength.
Right. Were you always like that?
I think so.
Okay.
From what I could remember, I think so. You asked me about my early years. Since the age of 15, I happened to get involved in cosmetics. And then I created, at the age of 16, Corinne Cosmetics, very original name. But that was the name that stuck with me until now.
Right.
And I've been a makeup artist. I started in theater. I started from one girl who needed a makeup artist and saying in my mind, saying, oh my God, I could really do this. I made my business cards. I started networking myself, which is not easy, but I did it. And then I opened up a makeup counter here, a makeup counter there. I built my school, and I've been doing it for the past 30 years.
Right.
And then I took a break, and I said, I need a break. And I somehow got involved in art.
Got into here. What inspired this? How did you get involved in art?
You know what? It's funny because here we are in Gallery 203, something that I've opened up about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And sometimes I sit on this couch or on any other couch, and I look at the gallery and I say, oh my God, Corinne, you did it. But how? I don't remember. It's like when you're driving and you go to a certain location and you say, or a destination, you say, how did I get here? I don't even remember starting the ignition.
Right.
It happens so fast.
Really?
But what it is connecting people. What Gallery 203 represents is all about the people, the art, the connections, the references, the how do I say, the openness, the risk taking. You know, like when I have an artist that wants a certain theme for a show, sell it to me, tell me why I would like it, and then I put my input, and then we create this whole image around the artist. So we're different. We're a gallery that's flamboyant. We have a lot of events in here, and
I feel like it reflects your personality
it
a
does.
lot.
It
This
does.
is part of your imagination.
It is. That's why I was saying I don't know how I got here. People tell me, why from makeup to art? Well, what it is about, wow, it's already 19 years. 19 years ago, my mother was diagnosed with leukemia,
Okay.
and everything came to a stop, my whole life. I said, oh my God, my mother has cancer. How am I going to do this? She opened up my studio.
Really?
I said I wouldn't do this, but anyways, sorry.
No, I understand. It doesn't matter how many years, it's always fresh.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Sorry, guys. Anyways, so my mother believed in my makeup. My mother believed that I could do anything because of my networking skills. Even she told me, don't speak to strangers. Corinne, the 5-year-old, would speak to strangers and have a meal with them or bring them over. She believed in me. She opened up my studio. I was in my studio when I found out that my mother was sick.
Okay.
I ran to the hospital. I stopped everything, and I was angry. I was very, very angry. I remember everything just stopped. The silence. It was like I'm in a bubble or going through a tunnel. I said, this is not normal. My mother, a mother of 5, has given everything to her family, and all of a sudden she's slapped across the face with this terrible disease, and I said, I can't do this. I need to be with her, and that's what I did. I stopped everything, and I stayed with my mom, and I was angry. I was angry because she died 6 months later.
Oh, so it went quickly from the moment you found out.
Exactly. And then I was pregnant with my son while my mother was in the hospital.
Okay.
So it was all about motherhood, and that stopped for a while because I love my children and everything, and I love being a mother, and that's my priority. But I am a workaholic. I missed it. I missed the hustle and bustle, and I needed to go back to work to just think of something else instead of thinking that I just lost my mother. And then it was like more working with people and not listening to, oh my God, I don't know what shade to buy. Oh, my lipstick melted. And everything was like not important to me anymore.
Right.
Stop complaining, get a life, go. And I was starting to become very bitter and upset because my mother was 59 and it was her time to live.
Right.
So I said, no, I want to start doing things. That's where my philanthropy side started coming in.
Okay.
And I started doing fundraising for different causes and everything. And I started giving my time to a lot of other causes. And, you know, doing makeup for people who needed it, like corrective makeup. And that's where I really started going into more of makeup application without cross-contamination.
Okay.
And the first thing that we contaminate our faces with is our makeup case. So I started teaching.
Okay.
I started teaching on a simple, basic thing that we use every day is hurting you. And with time, it just hurts you, and the infection comes in and whatnot. So I was very about disinfecting and cleaning around you. I didn't become like, I was going to say a very important name, and I'm not going to say it, but I wasn't like crazy over cleanliness, but I was very aware of it.
Right. It was about bringing awareness to others also.
Exactly. So my teaching stage of life started happening. But then because of my sales techniques and that I know how to sell,
You are the best seller I've ever met. You can get people to do things that they would never do.
me?
You're very good.
Never. You know what? I'm shy, but I'm not shy. I'm not shy, and the the person could say is no.
Right.
But then I don't understand the word no, so I become annoying.
You
And
keep
then-
talking as if you didn't even hear it.
That's right.
You don't hear no.
That's right. So to get back to everything else, like the cosmetics and the art, I don't know how the art happened. You know, like Jessica Gorlicki, who's one of my artists, pushed me. I met her at a trade show, and she just happened to walk around. Here's this gypsy, beautiful soul, putting her artwork in everybody's booth at this trade show. And I go, this artwork is like my makeup. Who did this artwork? Like, who's the artist? And she goes, I am, you know. And I said, oh my God, I love your art. And let's keep in touch. And her card was always on the back of my mind. It was always on my desk at school, at my makeup school. And I said, I have to get in touch with her. I have to get in touch with her. And what happened is somehow some friend needed help with a furniture company. And I helped him with sales and all that and try to rebuild his sales. And I said, I'm going to bring in Jessica's art, because when designers come in to buy this furniture, maybe we could sell some art.
Right.
So Jessica was all for it. And then I was asked, would you like to open up a gallery? From somebody in my life just popped in. And that's what we did. We opened up a gallery on St. Paul. It was an incredible gallery, Gallery Soho. And somehow it didn't work out at the end. For some personal reasons, it didn't work out. And then I said, no way, when it closed
You're
down,
not done.
I'm not done. I loved it. I started some kind of phase in my life that I couldn't get over with. And then that's where Gallery 203 came in.
Right.
Victor Charlebois, my partner, who's an open kind of guy, and looked at me because he was the caterer for my event at Soho. And we happened to meet, and I told him I was looking for a location. He goes, well, why don't you take the one right next door to me? It's an old gallery who wants to shut down. And I said, oh my God, let me see it, let's do it. And we just said hi-fi, and we opened it, and Gallery 203 was born.
Right.
And that was 3 years ago.
That's amazing. And speaking of Jessica Garlicki, I remember meeting her at one of your events.
Yes.
And she is one hard woman to forget.
Tell me about it. She's everywhere. She's she's a live painter, but this girl, if you would look at her profile, is very well educated in art. I mean, she has all the background. She's studied in Italy, in France. She's everywhere. She's really, I have to say, a certified artist, but with a crazy character that gets her all over the place. She painted for, actually, she did the tour with the Olympic Torch, so she went to all over Canada. And then she was also an artist for the Cirque du Soleil, Le Tapis Rouge.
Yeah.
So, and
She's
live.
the right
And she's
agent.
amazing. I won't take the credit for that one, but I am the kind of agent that she comes out with these crazy ideas, and I go, oh my God, let's do it. You know, like nothing stops us. And I love the artists that are in Gallery 203. You know, I have to say that I'm very blessed because
Right.
everybody gets along. You know, even after a show is finished, and sometimes the artists stay and sometimes they don't,
Right.
we still have that connection, you know. I think that Gallery 203 is making a mark for itself, but also with the respect of what art is. There's
Well, I
certain-
don't think it's just a gallery, it's also you. People feel the connection with you and they want to stick around.
Yeah. You see, then what I'm doing is right, because that was my goal.
Exactly, and I believe it, and people want to stick around and they want to. And you're such a go-getter. The same way that you don't hear no, you don't stop at anything. And when you really want something, I mean, just when we talk sometimes and you have an idea in your head and I can see the wheels turning.
See my eyes? That's what happened. That's what happened with Tux in the City. Tux in the City, I was asked to, the creation of Tux in the City, I was asked to...
That's in the city events.
The events.
Right.
Yeah. I was asked to help with Movember and make an event for Movember. And I said, yeah, but you know what? Let's do this event. Let's create this event for Movember, but let's do it different. I don't want to do it like everybody's doing it in town.
Right.
So we're going to call it Wovember,
Wovember.
meaning Women for Movember.
Okay.
Okay, so we called it Wovember, and what the whole thing was having these beautiful, sexy women in tuxedos with mustaches. And the guys freaked. And it was the most beautiful thing to look at. And it was stunning. And it was nice, classy. People wanted to come just to be part of it, take
Right.
pictures with these women. And they were beautiful.
And again, it was just started in your imagination.
Yeah,
So
but that night, that night was, oh my God, I have to make this happen. Tux in a City. And that's when it happened. And I registered the name following day. And that was when Tux in a City was born.
Right.
And it's a great success, you know that.
So in addition to Gallery 203, you also have another company, Corinne & Co.
That's right. The reason why I created Corinne & Co. is because I wear many hats.
Right.
So there's my cosmetic side of me, like Corinne Cosmetics. And then there's Gallery 203. And then there's my events that I do, which is called Corinne & Co. So if I have somebody who needs my help at another location than 203, then it wouldn't be Gallery 203 going to do that event. It would be Corinne & Co. taking care and managing and orchestrating the whole corporate event.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So with all these hats that you wear as a mother, as an entrepreneur, as a salesperson, as a PR agent, all of these things, I mean, what advice would you give to a woman looking for inspiration, or maybe who just needs that extra push to follow their dreams?
You know what? That question is a really good one because it really identifies who I am. You know, like people are telling me, oh my God, you do so many things. I do so many things, yes, because I could. So if you're thinking of this certain idea, you want to go out there and do it, what's stopping you?
Right.
Is it money? You know, I started with nothing. And you could do it. People say, oh, but Corinne, you have the gift of gab. But try it. It could work. And you know what? People that have worked for me and people that have gone out there and said, oh my God, I worked with Corinne, and you know what? I remember what she told me. They remember me saying one thing, is do it, try it. The worst thing that could happen is that door will shut. There's always a door that's going to open. And then it'll shut again. It still shuts for me with all the experience I have.
Right.
I get many no's, but you know me with no's.
Right. You just,
There's always a yes coming. And that's the advice I should tell people is go out there, do it. Get off the couch, do it. You need to do something. Go ahead and do it.
Right.
And you know what? I'm saying this to you. And I laugh because I could give great advice, but I'm usually the one saying, I didn't do it. I needed to take time for myself. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I love my job. But the only advice I could say with the advice I've just given is take care of yourself along the way.
Right.
Don't let yourself go because you get very tired. I'm proud to say I'm going to be 50 this year, and it's all about me. That's the advice I give myself
Right.
to
Take
give
care
to
of yourself.
others. Take care of yourself while you're going out there to make something out of yourself.
right. It's all about you this year.
That's right. That's right.
Well, Karen, thank you so much for being on this couch. Thank you for hosting us in this beautiful gallery.
It's a great show.
So we're super excited, and I'm happy to know a little bit more about your history and what inspired you here. And your mother, she obviously was a huge inspiration, and
Yes.
I could see where you get your courage from. So it's a beautiful thing. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you to you guys for joining us on another episode of Couch Talk. See you next time.
Wish to see you, wish to see you, many all the colors. Wish to see you, wish to see you, many all the colors.